Emergency kit sparks price debate in Taiwan. Kaohsiung solar farm raises landslide fears. Taiwan celebrities indicted in draft dodging scandal. Trump signs order confirming parts of UK-US tariff deal. Doctor in Matthew Perry ketamine overdose case pled guilty. Michigan 6 appoints first female chief in 116-year history. Louvre shut down by spontaneous staff strike. Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez face backlash over Venice wedding.
Hello everyone, I'm Oceana. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Wednesday, June 18th, International Picnic Day, and here are our top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, a recent buzz online surrounds emergency kits as Taiwan's Black Bear Academy launched its disaster-ready Bear Box Lite for 1,380 NTD. The kit includes 11 essential rescue and survival tools. However, a local doctor claimed the items cost only 400 to 450 NTD, sparking debate. A 51-hectare hillside solar farm in Kaohsiung's Dashu district sparked fears of landslides during typhoons. Locals worry it could wipe out nearby villages. The developer was fined 6 times for poor soil control and is now under suspension. Taiwan prosecutors indicted 28 people, including celebrities, in a draft dodging ring led by Chen Zhiming. The group faked medical records to avoid military service. Actor Darren Wang also faces charges for document forgery, including his health card. And in global news, President Donald Trump has signed an executive order to reduce tariffs on UK cars being shipped to the US, bringing into force parts of a tariff deal agreed between the two countries last month. Speaking at the G7 summit in Canada, Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer called the move a very important day for both countries. It comes after weeks of talks to implement parts of the pact, which the UK government hopes will shield British businesses from the impact of Trump's tariffs.
We just signed it, and it's done. And so we have our trade agreement with the European Union, and it's a fair deal for both. Going to produce a lot of jobs, a lot of income, and we have many other.
But the deal includes a 10% levy on most UK goods, including cars, and does not address the expected removal of charges on steel imports. The pact is the first that the White House has announced since it imposed wide-ranging tariffs on various goods entering America earlier this year. Trump has raised taxes on goods entering the U.S. in a series of rapid-fire announcements in an attempt to encourage businesses and consumers to buy more American-made goods. The moves have sparked financial turmoil and alarm around the world, including in the UK, where car manufacturers and steelmakers rely on the US as a key destination for exports.
A California doctor accused of giving Friends star Matthew Perry access to ketamine in the weeks before the actor's overdose death has agreed to plead guilty. Federal prosecutors said Dr. Salvador Placentia will plead guilty to 4 counts of distributing ketamine. The plea carries a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison, and the doctor is expected to enter his plea in the coming weeks. Perry, best known for playing Chandler Bing on Friends, was found dead in his hot tub in Los Angeles in October 2023.
Although he'd been open about his struggles with depression and addiction, fans around the world were shocked by his death. According to documents filed with the plea agreement, Dr. Placentia injected Perry with ketamine at his home and in the parking lot of the Long Beach Aquarium. He also taught Perry's assistant, who is also a defendant, how to administer the drug and would sell extra vials for them to keep at home. The doctor is one of 5 people charged with what prosecutors allege was an underground network of dealers and medical professionals who supplied Perry with ketamine. The actor was taking legally prescribed amounts of the drug to treat his depression but wanted more than what was prescribed.
MI6 will be led by a woman for the first time in the Foreign Intelligence Service's 116-year history. Blaise Mitrawelli, who joined the Secret Intelligence Service in 1999, will become the 18th chief of the organization and take over from Sir Richard Moore later this year. She is currently responsible for technology and innovation at the service and said she was proud and honored to have been asked to lead. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer called the appointment historic at a time when the work of intelligence services has never been more vital.
MI6 is tasked with gathering intelligence overseas to improve the UK's security, with its core aims being to stop terrorism, disrupt the activities of hostile states, and bolster cybersecurity. Ms. Mitrawelli, 47, is currently Director General Q, head of the Crucial Technology and Innovation Division that aims to keep the identities of secret agents secret and develop new ways to evade adversaries like China's biometric surveillance. She studied anthropology at the University of Cambridge, has previously held director-level roles in MI5, MI6's sister domestic security agency, and spent most of her career working in the Middle East and Europe.
The Louvre, the world's most visited museum and a global symbol of art, beauty, and endurance, has withstood war, terror, and pandemic. However, on Monday, it has brought to a halt by its own striking staff, who say the institution is crumbling under the weight of mass tourism. It was an almost unthinkable sight, the home to works by Leonardo da Vinci and millennia of civilization's greatest treasures, paralyzed by the very people tasked with welcoming the world to its galleries.
The Louvre has become a symbol of tourism pushed to its limits. As hotspots from Venice to the Acropolis race to curb crowds, the world's most iconic museum, visited by millions, is hitting a breaking point of its own. Just a day earlier, coordinated anti-tourism protests swept across southern Europe. Thousands rallied in Majorca, Venice, Lisbon, and beyond, denouncing an economic model they say displaces locals and erodes city life. The Louvre's spontaneous strike erupted during a routine internal meeting, as gallery attendants, ticket agents, and security personnel refused to take up their posts in protest over unmanageable crowds, chronic understaffing, and what one union called untenable working conditions.
As Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and his fiancée Lauren Sanchez prepare for a lavish, star-studded wedding in Venice, not everyone in the Italian city is happy about the impending nuptials. No space for Bezos, a sign read at a protest by residents who say the famed canal city is already overrun by tourists, billionaires, or otherwise. Protesters say their issue is with the happy couple and the authorities like Venice Mayor Luigi Brunaro, who said he was ashamed by the protests.
Venice's 2-square-mile main island and historic center, home to about 50,000 people, receives about 20 million visitors yearly, mostly day trippers from cruise ships or other cities. While tourism is central to Venice's economy and cultural identity, critics say it has displaced residents and damaged historic sites. Venetians' wedding wariness comes as demonstrators across southern Europe rallied over the weekend against mass tourism. Residents protested in Majorca and Barcelona, where tourists were spritzed with water guns, as well as in Venice and Lisbon. Officials in Venice are aware of the problem, and last year, Brunaro introduced a daily entrance fee of €5.
The answer for yesterday was B, soaring. The soaring temperatures this summer have caused many power outages. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Doctor in Matthew Perry ketamine overdose case pled guilty. Number 1. Overdose. 药物过量. He was rushed to the hospital after a drug overdose. Number 2. Maximum. 最大量. The maximum dosage of this medicine is 2 tablets per day. Number 3. Prescribe. 开药. The doctor prescribed antibiotics for her infection. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. The word picnic probably gets its origins from the French language, specifically from the word pique-nique. It is believed that this type of informal outdoor meal became a popular pastime in France after the French Revolution in the mid-1800s, when it was possible again to get out into the country's royal parks. However, even if it began in France, it has become a lovely activity that has spread all over the world. And that's all for today's FUNDAY News. Be sure to tune into FUNDAY News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm your host, Oceana, and I'll see you next time.